This is the introduction video for the online course Chem 099 Pre-A&P Foundations in Chemistry taught by Beth Michael Smith. Hi, I'm Beth Michael Smith. You can see me in the picture there along with my husband and two small boys that keep me very busy. I really prefer when you address me, either email or phone or in whatever way you contact me, just to call me by my first name. So I really prefer just to be addressed as Beth. The ways you can contact me are using Canvas, which we'll talk about in more detail soon, email using my stchaz.edu email address listed there, the chemistry discussion board, which you'll learn how to use in week 1 of this course, and you can throughout the remaining weeks of the course use it to ask questions. I have my office phone number listed there and the location of my office in the administration building 1442. So on top of my family, I'm a big Kansas City Chiefs fan. I was born in Kansas City, so I was forced to be a Chiefs fan, but I really do love football and watching the Chiefs. I also really think giraffes are adorable and the best animal. I have been teaching at St. Charles Community College as a full-time chemistry professor since August of 2008. Since then, I have taught this list of courses. Introduction to Chemistry Lecture, which is Chem 101, Introduction to Chemistry Lab, which is Chem 103, General Chemistry 1, which is Chem 115, General Chemistry 2, which is Chem 116, Quantitative Analysis, which is Chem 222, and then this course, Chem 099 Pre-A&P Foundations in Chemistry. On top of being a faculty member, I am also the Chemistry Department Chair. So, Chem 099. Why would anyone take this course? Well, obviously chemistry is fun, but on top of that, Chem 099 is one way to fulfill the chemistry prerequisite for Bio 250A and B, which is Anatomy and Physiology 1. This course, Bio 250A and B, Anatomy and Physiology 1, also has a biology prerequisite to it. This course does not meet the biology prerequisite. It just meets the chemistry prerequisites. So there are 2 prerequisites to that course. In addition to Chem 099, that prerequisite can be met in other ways, and I'll discuss those in a moment. Chem 099 as a course can also be used for someone who was taking chemistry a long time ago but needs to retake it or take a higher level chemistry course than they took last time. The nursing program has a 5-year rule on courses, so sometimes a student who is coming back to take chemistry again because they took it more than 5 years ago will choose to take Chem 099 before retaking Chem 101 or 103, just to kind of brush up on the material if it's been a long time. This can also be true if you've never taken chemistry before and you're a little nervous about it. Chem 099 can be used to get you some background knowledge before taking a higher level chemistry course like Chem 101 or 103 or even Chem 115. So if you've taken chemistry recently and you are not bound to a certain number of years, like I said, the nursing program requires for you to take all the science courses within 5 years. So if you're not in that situation and you've taken chemistry recently, another way for you to meet the prerequisite for Bio 250A and B is to take the A&P Chemistry Prerequisite Exam in the Assessment Center. So it's a way of testing out of having to take chemistry before you take anatomy and physiology. This is has been the case for students coming right out of high school who just took chemistry and they feel they learned a lot of material. Then they go and take that exam, get a high enough score, and are not required to take chemistry before taking A&P. That does not stop them from having to take chemistry if their program requires for them to do so. If you have questions about any of this, please contact me. So in Chem 099, the textbook and homework programs that we're using are the same that are used in Chem 101 and in Chem 101, so the Introduction to Chemistry course. So if you are someone who has already taken Chem 101 very recently and you have purchased the textbook and you still have it, and you had purchased the homework information and you still have that, then you're ready to go. If you are planning on taking Chem 101 quickly after Chem 099, so you'll be buying the materials for Chem 099, but then you will be also reusing them when you take Chem 101, I strongly suggest you purchase the 12-month homework subscription access because, again, you can use the same homework for both this course and Chem 101. So everything we learn in this course in Chem 099 is also included in the Introduction to Chemistry Chem 101 course. There are more topics covered in Chem 101 than will be covered in Chem 099. And even the topics that are covered in both courses, in Chem 099, we typically complete them at a lower level. We're less rigorous than in Chem 101. That's why this is a good preparatory course if you plan to take Chem 101, because we will learn things in Chem 099 that you will use and relearn in Chem 101, but there is even more material to learn on top of what we will do in this course. So this class is an 8-week course. So it only lasts 8 weeks. It is a pass-fail course, meaning there are no letter grades, no A, B, C, D, or F. There is just pass and fail. So in this course, you should expect to have to work on the material 6 to 8 hours a week at the minimum. And we use Canvas for this course constantly. So that is where all of the information is stored. And how you will submit assignments. I also send out announcements and messages through Canvas, so you want to be checking Canvas very often. So the textbook for this course comes with lecture videos that have already been created by the author and has a homework material found there as well. You can access the e-text, so if you have an online textbook, the lecture videos, and the homework for this course all through Canvas. So Canvas really is the main website to be used in this course. I strongly recommend you getting the e-textbook, but if you know that you are not someone who likes to use electronic textbooks, you can also get a paper copy of this textbook. It is in the bookstore. You can also buy it online. The details on the author, the name, the edition, all of that are in the syllabus of our course, which we'll discuss soon. You have to have access to Sapling, which is the homework site, in order to complete your homework and have access to the lecture videos. So if you're watching this video, you've already logged into Canvas and found the introduction page on Canvas. In order to make sure that you are fully prepared to take an online course using Canvas a lot, you are required. You can read information about the Canvas readiness and background, which is below the introduction video that you clicked on to watch this. In addition to that, one of your required assignments in week 1 is to complete the Canvas orientation course. This Canvas orientation course is not made by me. It is made by St. Charles Community College. If you have taken College 101 before, you have already completed this Canvas orientation course. If that is the case, you don't have to take the Canvas orientation course a second time. If you have never heard of or taken this Canvas orientation, that is one of your assignments for this first week. It's just to teach you how to use Canvas to make sure you're familiar with everything, so you'll be more likely to be successful in this course, and Canvas will not be in your way. Regardless of if you have completed Canvas before now, completed the Canvas orientation before now, or if you will be completing it within the next week, either way, to get points for the assignment, you have to show proof that you have completed the Canvas orientation course. Details on how to do that are in the assignment itself. The syllabus for our class can be found on Canvas, right below the Home button. If you click that, all of the information about grades and other introduction materials are present. So grades, the attendance policy, how tests work, the textbook itself, and other details about the class are found. In the first week of the course, you will have to participate in 3 discussion activities on Canvas. These are the only required discussion activities for the semester, but you will come back and visit these throughout the semester if you have questions. Make sure when you participate in discussion activities, you're always respectful. Anything you post on a discussion board can be seen by everyone in the class, myself, and your fellow students. So please be very respectful. They're not private. You can't send a message just to one student using the discussion board. But these discussion boards in the past have allowed students to group up if they want to get together and study outside of class, so you can form a study group using those discussion boards. Every week in the course, there are a list of assignments that are due. Each week, assignments are always due at 11:55 p.m. on the due date. So that is almost midnight, a little bit before midnight on that date. So every due date is listed on the Canvas page. These deadlines are real. After the deadline, no late work will be accepted. So make sure you pay attention to the deadlines, what is due, and how everything works. Computer problems, so having your computer crash, is not an acceptable reason for turning in something late. Also true if you lose your internet access. You have over a week to work on each assignment, so make sure you work ahead and don't wait until right before the deadline to try to submit something. If something goes wrong at that point, and it's because of computer reasons, there is no way to fix that. You will just be granted zeros for the assignments that you cannot get turned in on time. So my very strong suggestion is to work ahead and make sure you're not waiting until the last possible moment. If you do run into issues with Canvas or Sapling or computer issues, in the syllabus I have contact information for the SCC help desk to use if you're running into issues logging in to Canvas or with your computer. The Canvas helpline, so if you're in Canvas and the SCC help desk was not able to help you, Canvas has its own help desk. And then the Sapling support information. So I have their phone numbers, and if there are email addresses or chat lines, I have those listed in the syllabus. If you're having technical computer issues, please contact the help desk, the Canvas helpline, or the Sapling support as appropriate before contacting me. I am unable to fix issues you have with Canvas. I'm happy to help you with the chemistry, but if you're unable to log in or something, that's not information that I'm able to help you with. So this course is broken into the 8 weeks. We do 1 week at a time. Each week has its own page in Canvas. You click on whichever one of these weeks we are working on currently. On the Canvas page, so I clicked on week 1, at the top of the page it shows the due date and the dates in which you should be working on this material. Right there. Below that have the weekly and chapter objectives. You should read these every week. These objectives are telling you what you're supposed to learn for that week. It's a good way to know the types of questions I'm going to ask on the homework and on the quizzes, because I'm going to be asking questions about the things you're supposed to learn that week. So reading the objectives gives you advance warning on what things are required of you when you complete that week. Each week has 3 required activities. The first one is to read the chapter or chapters, watch the lecture videos, and complete the chapter notes. This is a Word file that I have you complete as you read the chapter to help you organize your thoughts. It's a way to help structure you taking notes as you learn the material. You will upload this chapter notes Word file to Canvas when you're finished, and there is no time limit. There is just a due date and a time, meaning it must be turned in at the due date at 11:55 p.m. and these chapter notes files are worth 10 points. The second assignment you have to complete each week is the Sapling homework. The Sapling homework, again, does not have a time limit, meaning you can go in and answer a question and then leave, and then come back the next day or come back in 20 minutes and answer another question and leave. So you can go in and out of the the Sapling homework as many times as you want, but you have to complete it before the due date and time. The Sapling homework is worth 20 points. The way this homework works is you're given 5 attempts at each question, and as long as you get the question right in those 5 attempts, you get full credit for that question. So the only way to lose points is to not complete a question or not get the question right within 5 attempts. You can use any resources you want while you work on this Sapling homework. The third and last thing you should do each week is to take the timed 45-minute Canvas quiz. So the timed 45-minute Canvas quiz, you're only given 45 minutes to work on this quiz. It has to be completed before the due date and time, so at that week at 11:55 p.m. Once you start the Canvas quiz, you must complete it within 45 minutes. So you cannot go in and out of the quiz. You cannot start the quiz and close it and come back the next day. Once you start it, you need to make sure you have 45 minutes set aside for you to finish the quiz at that time. Once you finish the quiz, you're not able to open it back up again, so you can't even open it up to see what you missed. That's for test security reasons. I don't want one student to take the quiz and then share the questions and the answers with the rest of the class. If you want feedback on what questions you missed, all you have to do is email me and I will look over your quiz and give you feedback on what questions you missed and some hints on maybe if I noticed that you struggled with a certain type of question. I'll give you some hints on getting that material finished before the final exam. You should do these assignments in the order that I have them listed. First, read the chapter, watch the lecture videos, and do the chapter notes. After you've done that, work on the sapling homework. Again, that lets you use your resources, take as much time as you want. Once you've read the chapters, watched the lecture videos, done the chapter notes, and finished your homework, you should review the material before you take the Canvas quiz. Since it is timed, you need to make sure you are ready to take the quiz. You can have materials in front of you when you work on the quiz, but you are not given enough time to look up every single answer, so you need to make sure you're organized and prepared. The sapling homework, the e-textbook, and the lecture videos are all found in the same place, which is inside of Canvas, but within Canvas on the sapling homepage. Once you log into Canvas, you'll see on the left a list of several different options to choose, like the home page, the syllabus page. One of those options is titled Macmillan Higher Education. When you click on that, that will bring up the screen you see here. When you do so, you can click on Sapling, either the icon and the big Sapling Learning, or to the right of that in the blue text to Sapling, and that will open up your browser to another page, which is the Sapling page. Within the Sapling page, I have it organized by week, just like I do the Canvas page. You will see a homework assignment. That's where you can access your Sapling homework, and many weeks I have additional assignments there that are optional and worth no points. I very clearly labeled that. Those are just to help you practice things if you want more practice. You can also watch the lecture videos by clicking on the chapter resources right below. If you have the e-textbook, so if you chose to get the e-textbook instead of a paper textbook, you can access that by clicking on the picture of the textbook. That will open up the textbook, and you can actually access the lecture videos straight from that textbook. If you run into any questions or concerns or problems in accessing your materials, please let me know. So we talked about the 3 assignments each week, but week 1 and week 8 have some additional things. So on top of the chapter notes, the sapling homework, and the Canvas quiz, week 1 has some introduction material that is not even about the chemistry, but introducing you to the course and making sure you understand how everything works. So that's those discussion boards, the Canvas orientation. These things are the additional assignments in week 1. There's an extra page that says Introduction to Course. That's where you should start, and that's where all that information is found. Week 8, the very last week of the semester, also has one additional requirement. So on top of the chapter notes, the sapling homework, and the Canvas quiz, there is an online final exam. This is the only exam that you will take for this course. Everything else are quizzes or homework or just turning in notes. This final exam is using a system called Examity, which is a proctoring service. So you will take it online. You will take this final exam online, but there are special requirements. You must have a desktop computer or a laptop, meaning you cannot use a tablet or an iPad or a cell phone. And you also must have a webcam and a microphone. So the details on what are all the requirements and specifics on those requirements can be found on the syllabus page. And more details will come as we get closer to week 8, but I just wanted to make sure that everyone knew from the beginning that in the last week of the semester you have to take an exam online requiring a computer, a webcam, and a microphone. There will be a person, you will be recorded while you take the exam to make sure you do not cheat. So the final exam is the only assignment all semester that you're not allowed to use your notes for. Here is the breakdown of points for the semester. So those extra introduction requirements that you do during week 1, those add together to be a total of 110 points. The discussion activities are 10 points each. The Canvas orientation is 40 points. And then there is a sapling practice assignment. It's not even about chemistry, but it's just learning how to use the homework. That is worth 40 points. You also have the option of earning up to 10 extra credit points by completing the sapling math review assignment. Each week, the chapter notes are worth 10 points, and there are 8 weeks, so chapter notes are worth a total of 80 points. Each week, the sapling homework is worth 20 points, and there are 8 weeks, so 160 points total. Each week, the quiz is worth 50 points and 8 weeks, so 400 points. And then the final exam is 250 points. That final exam will be taken online using Examity. Just a reminder again, this course is a pass or fail only. So you have to earn at least 800 points to pass the course. If you earn less than 800 points, you fail the course. So if you have any questions about the chemistry, you can come to my office hours, email me, or send me a message on Canvas. So if you run into issues with chemistry, contact me. If that is not possible, or you want another option, on campus at St. Charles Community College, we have an ACE Tutoring Center in the Social Sciences building. In the ACE Tutoring Center, we have one person who is a full-time tutor in chemistry, who their entire job is to tutor students in chemistry. We also have a part-time tutor. We have student tutors as well. The ACE Center is open most days from around 8:30 in the morning until usually at least 7 p.m. except on Fridays. So there is a link in the syllabus material on where you can see these hours and the phone number to contact them. But that is free tutoring. You do have to come on campus to go to the ACE Tutoring Center though. The third option is to use NetTutor, which is an online tutoring service, and it's available 24/7. So it doesn't matter what day or time, you can access NetTutor. You can access NetTutor from the left-hand side of our Canvas page. You just click NetTutor and can access the materials that way. NetTutor will provide you with chemistry tutoring, but I just want to point out that NetTutor is an independent company that that the college pays to be tutors. So they are not just tutors for St. Charles Community College, they tutor for lots of other schools. So that being said, they're still a great resource. So don't be shy. I know it's an online course, which means often, unfortunately, I'm not able to get to know my students very well, but please keep in touch with me. Let me know if you have questions or just have feedback. If you have questions about how your computer or Canvas or Sapling are working, please contact the appropriate resources for that. But if you have questions about chemistry, I am the person to contact. So I wish you a great semester and look forward to getting to know you.